I want to congratulate the NBA because last year it was in the season's opening week that we had two big-name players spitting at and punching at each other. And this time we got all the way to week 2. So shouts for them. Of course, the league office would prefer that none of this stuff ever happened. But let's be honest. Last night's fight between Joel Embiid and Karl-Anthony Towns has been brewing for years. There have been pushes and shoves on the court, snarky social media posts off it, and just a little pot stirring from Jimmy Butler after he was traded from Minnesota to Philly. And maybe we should have known this was the game where it would all finally explode. I mean, the Timberwolves got into town Tuesday, and before they even went to their hotel, they stopped to visit the famous Rocky Steps. Yes, that is Cat holding a boombox over his head, playing Eye of the Tiger before he punches his fist into the air when he gets to the top. By the time the teams took the court, well, you could feel things starting to escalate. Officials even reviewed a bump from Embiid on Towns to see if it was a flagrant. It wasn't, but not long after that, this started. It started as pushing, then Towns tries to punch Embiid but misses. There's wrestling, sort of. Everyone else piles on, and then the fight goes into a second wave after Joel gets pulled off, because Ben Simmons, who is actually usually pretty friendly with Cat, ends up with his arm around his neck. You can watch this video on a loop, and you know the league office is right now, but this still photo may also end up coming into play. Yeah, that is Embiid's thumb in Karl's eye. As for discipline in the moment during the game, officials elected not to eject Simmons, later saying he was acting as a peacemaker. ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski is reporting that the Timberwolves are arguing that one with the league office right now, calling what Simmons did, quote, a dangerous chokehold. But during the game, they did toss Cat and Embiid, which led to the surreal scene of Embiid celebrating as he's leaving the floor, while cameras also caught Cat's mom cursing at him and giving him a nice little hand gesture there. After the game, Towns clearly did not want to talk about Fight Club.
Was there any one thing that kind of led to what happened, or a series of things, or?
It was a competitive game. It was a competitive game.
How do you view what happened with you?
It was just competitive. It's a competitive game. That's all it was. It was competitive. Yeah, it was a competitive game. It was a great game. And
did you take a swing at him, or are you trying to get him in a headlock?
This is competitive. It's competitive basketball that was being played.
I don't know, guys. You think it's a competitive game? Embiid, meanwhile, much more chatty.
Well, first of all, I ain't no. That's what I'm good at. I like to get in people's mind. I like to kind of like build up real estate.
I'm going to admit, I was cracking up watching that press conference, considering I just sat down with Joel last month, and, well, this is what he said during training camp.
I don't think I'm talking trash this year, so.
I've heard that from you before. Last year, in the middle of the season, you were like, I'm done. I'm not talking trash anymore. I'm not doing any more on social media. And that lasted like a month, Joel.
I'm a change man. I'm not doing none of that this year.
Yeah. I knew it wasn't going to last. And on social media after the game, Embiid really broke his own trash talk ban with this post. Quote, I was raised around lions, and a cat pulled up on me last night. Got his mama giving middle fingers left and right. That is some serious real estate. To which Towns answered with this one. He started mocking Embiid's old quotes in the post, and he had the all bark and no bite location tag. Plus, he had some unflattering pictures of Joel, including this one, which is Embiid crying from last year's playoffs. That brought another post from Embiid saying, quote, that tough guy act ain't cutting it, been kicking your blank, and pretty please make the playoffs before you talk. It's a known thing that I own you, in all caps. There was more on Instagram that frankly got so graphic, I cannot show it on this family television program. But I can say that the back and forth attracted the attention of plenty of other players around the NBA. Here's Donovan Mitchell speaking for us all. And then the Wizards' Isaiah Thomas, which Bradley Beal added to. At this point, it feels like the only folks left to chime in are Adam Silver and Kiki Vandeweghe. You have to think there are suspensions coming, just like there were for the fight last year. At least we know that now we can say the season has officially started. Welcome back. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.